Okay, I want you to picture this. I want you to imagine that you're lying awake. It's, I don't know, 2:30, 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling. Your mind is serving up all kinds of images, things that Stephen King would be impressed with. And these images are messed up. Like you're thinking about your bank account and you're picturing it dropping down to nothing, to cobwebs. Or maybe it's your spouse moving on. Or maybe you're thinking about that last conversation with your boss when he texted you and said, hey, stop in my office on your way to work this morning. And you feel like your brain is sabotaging you. You've been dealt this crap hand and all your thoughts are just running amok. So let's clear the deck because your imagination is not in control. You are. I think that so many mid-season men feel like their mind is betraying them, especially after a difficult setback. We're trying to rebuild, we're trying to move forward, but thoughts are busy serving up these highlight reels of past mistakes and worst case scenarios that are playing out in a future that hasn't even arrived yet. Now, that's not a clinical issue. You're fighting for your soul at that point. So I want to get real direct with you here because I'm coming to you with the perspective of a man who's actually had to wrestle his own mind into submission at times. And every single one of those scenarios I mentioned above, they're real for me. So if you feel like your mind is working against you, it's because you've forgotten who's in charge. And you're allowing your thoughts to lead you as the authority instead of as the servant. So there's this red letter verse in Matthew, it's actually verse 11, where Jesus says, he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. Okay, you probably heard that before. And this is a real powerful scene that's unfolding at the time. The authorities are leveraging their titles and their status as a means to control the behaviors of those they feel are inferior to them. Okay, that's fine. That's a recognizable scene. Certainly history repeats itself because we've all been in that situation. But what if we take that verse and instead of applying it to someone of authority outside of us, we take it to the most influential entity in our life, our own imagination. If we view the imagination, the most significant mystery of the human experience, as the part of us that is not subject to the limitations of time and space, then its highest purpose, its singular priority, is to labor on behalf of our desires. It acts as this visionary servant obligated to serve up scenarios that haven't happened yet so that we can prepare for them and pursue the possibilities of it. But if your mind is acting belligerent, if it's behaving like a spoiled child or a reckless roommate, if it thinks it owns the place, then you're more likely to submit to its intentions as opposed to the other way around. So if your imagination is posting up images of failure and doubt and low self-worth and lack and neglect, then you begin to submit to those images. And you're at the beck and call of an imagination that's gone rogue. So here's the question you should be asking. Can you train your mind to work for you? Essentially, put it back in the role of servant. You become the commander of the ship, and you get to decide the destination. As a result, the greatest within you becomes your servant. And that's how we'll flip that verse. Training your mind isn't about positive thinking. It's more about alignment with purpose. You have to give your imagination specific prompts, telling it exactly what you want it to present within your thoughts. Give you the possibilities. Give you better options. Give you the means to arriving at the desires of your heart. So here's what I believe to be true. When I focus my mind on a positive outcome, then my mind can search its database, which is basically your memory, your experiential reference points, and provide you with options that serve your desires. You have to remember, everything that's ever happened to you is there to provide context on how to move forward. All of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly, they're all there to formulate a positive outcome. So this noise in your head, this negative internal dialogue, like I said, that's just an undisciplined mind delivering bad mental images because you're focused on fear. The servant imagination explores the possibilities until a best case scenario appears. The imagination that's in ruler mode attempts to suppress your dreams and keep you in a state of doubt. Keeping the imagination in the role of faithful servant ensures that its greatness is always directed towards your growth and the framework of your life, rather than letting it wander into unproductive worry. So I want to leave you with this. A mind without a mission will wander into dark places. Stop asking your mind for permission to be great and start giving it orders to find the way. Because sometimes the greatest act of leadership is making sure the strongest part of you, your imagination, remembers that it's there to serve. I'm ArnieCAP. Thanks for watching.